Trauma therapy works through emotional regulation. That is the big secret of any trauma therapy modality. Any way that people do trauma therapy is going to be through helping you regulate your own emotions. And a big part of that has to do with the relationship in the room. We talked about co regulation. So, sitting with someone who is helping you regulate your emotions by being a mirror and by showing you how to stay calm and keeping that steady presence in the room with you. I talk a lot about EMDR, and I absolutely love EMDR for trauma therapy, but EMDR is not magical. The thing that works when we're talking about trauma therapy and healing past trauma is co-regulation in the room that helps you regulate your own emotions around these different stories and narratives. There's so many trauma therapies that are not EMDR that work just as well because of the relationship you have with the therapist and the experience that you have in the room. Think of it this way. When your body is in fight, flight, or freeze mode, which are the trauma modes that are most commonly known, all of the energy in your body is going to protecting yourself. So everything else goes offline. Your digestion slows. You may get tense in your legs, which is a signal to run, to get out of there. And your cognitive, logical mind, it's nowhere to be seen. If you were in the middle of a forest and all of a sudden a bear came out, if I could hit a pause button and ask you, what is 2 plus 3? You would not be able to answer it. And it's not because you're stupid. It's because your brain is offline. Everything is going into get out of here, whether it's a signal to your body by your muscles getting tense, or it's just a natural instinct that you do. Everything else shuts off. You can't do math, you can't think, you're not hungry all of a sudden, and all you're doing is getting out of there. People who live with chronic PTSD, chronic fight, flight, or freeze mode are always offline logically. They can't control their emotions, they can't think clearly, they can't make good decisions, and it's not their fault. It's because everything is being diverted to protect you. The problem is you probably don't need protecting all the time anymore. You're probably not actually in an unsafe environment. If you are, that's a different story, but we're talking about something from the past that continues to haunt you, that continues to mess up the way that you think and the way that you see the world. So what trauma therapy does is help you learn to handle your emotions so that you can think more clearly. And not just handle your emotions, but that regulation in your body. Being present with yourself and being regulated helps you tell the story from a regulated place. That is the nuts and bolts of any trauma therapy. Can you tell the story while your body is calm and regulated? Not numb, right? We're not going for numb because that would be the freeze mode. We don't want that. But calm, regulated, able to feel things, and also not let them take over your body. Being able to tell the story and stay calm and regulated in your body signals to your brain that you can be safe while you tell the story. It tells your brain that the story is over. You don't have to feel that anymore when you talk about it. It doesn't matter if your trauma therapist is doing all these mystical, fun new things. If they are not helping you stay present in your body, and then they are not helping you regulate your emotions, they're not going to help you heal that trauma. If you want more tools, subscribe, follow along. I frequently put things on here that walk people through exactly what I'm talking about, these kind of resourcing, grounding exercises. I love to share things for free. I just want to help people learn how to regulate your own nervous system. So if you have any questions or any comments, please send me a message, drop it in the comments below. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm not doing therapy on here for free. That's not happening. But I am happy to answer any questions regarding nervous system regulation and even offer exercises that you can do yourself so you can get started on your own.